Right now, a sunny but gusty Tuesday. Colder days ahead, including alert days later in the week for snow.
Also, we're live from day one of testimony in the trial of the law enforcement official charged in connection with the shooting of Quadrin Wilson.
And keeping a close eye on a resurgence of measles cases, what local health officials are saying about it. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us tonight at 5, everyone. We have a live look from the sky cam. Beautiful blue sky and an unseasonably warm day around southern Wisconsin. Temperatures in the 50s.
Yeah, windy though out there. Go out and enjoy these temperatures while they're here. The end of the week will look very different. Chilly temperatures ahead. Even some chances of snow or more. A first look at the forecast now. Meteorologist Jacob Madison joining us in studio. Jacob?
Yeah, winter is back. We're going to see those cold temperatures and a few alert days, not just one. We have multiple, but the first one is for Thursday night and Friday. Now, the amount of snowfall you see will depend on where you are located. Areas north of Madison will see more snow, and areas south will see less. Madison will see around 1 to 4 inches. And again, this is Thursday night and the first half of the day on Friday, possibly even lingering into the early afternoon Friday. So here's a look at the forecast. We're not going to see the snowfall until after sunset Thursday, so it is going to be dry during the daytime, but that snow is expected to be pretty widespread overnight Thursday into early Friday. And we also are going to see mostly snow from this system with just a slight chance that some of that snow could mix in areas south of Madison near the Illinois border. Now, as I mentioned, this will continue through the morning, possibly even into the early afternoon hours Friday, but should clear out by the evening. Now, here's a look at the accumulation forecast. Around 1 to 4, kind of Madison's right between the 1 to 3, 3 to 6 forecast. Again, areas north of Madison will see more, possibly even exceeding 6 inches as you go further north towards Watoma and Camp Douglas. Monroe and Janesville, maybe not even getting an inch, but right around 1 to 3 south. And if you notice, pretty much east-west is pretty similar. It's the north-south where the snowfall changes a lot. Now, we have another alert day Sunday and Monday for another system. This one will bring snow and rain, and I'll talk more in detail about it a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Now to continuing coverage of the jury trial for DCI agent Mark Wagner.
Yeah, he's charged with recklessly endangering safety of the public when he fired his gun at Quadrin Wilson. We find Kyle Pozorski inside the courthouse tonight with the latest from day one of testimony. Kyle?
Good evening. Today we heard opening statements from both sides laying out to the jury what they expect as the trial moves forward. Attorney Ismail Ozan went first, saying since Quadrin Wilson did not have a gun on him during the arrest operation, that Wagner had no reason to use force. Attorney Daniel Sanders, who's representing Wagner, then delivered a lengthy opening statement in which he focused on the reasoning behind why Wagner believed he should use deadly force, saying he'd been briefed on Wilson's past behavior and believed Wilson shot at him.
He's knocked back. Pesky thinks that Wagner was shot. Holly thinks that Wagner was shot. Hale thinks that Wagner was shot. The other agents that were around in the vicinity that saw him fall thinks he's shot.
After this, Sanders went on to say Wagner was in shock following the incident, still thinking he'd been fired at. The defense is arguing that's what gave Wagner the right to fire at Wilson. Multiple witnesses did also take the stand today, but it was mostly to go over the facts of the day, and we'll have more on coverage throughout the trial as it goes on. Reporting here in downtown Madison, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. New tonight at 5, all lanes on the Beltline are back open tonight after a high-risk traffic stop led to delays this afternoon. Around 1 o'clock this afternoon, Monona police received a call about a driver brandishing a gun. Monona PD, along with officers from other agencies, stopped the driver on the Beltline near Monona Drive. Traffic in the area was temporarily halted. Those in the vehicle were searched. Officers did not find a gun, but did find a pair of dark-colored shears. The driver denied brandishing any weapon, and everyone was released.
In Grant County, a 76-year-old man was arrested for ramming his vehicle into a parked car over the weekend. Police say the man drove his car down a driveway, ran into the vehicle twice. The victim called law enforcement, alleging the man did it on purpose. The man admitted he was upset by the vehicle being illegally parked, so he rammed it. He was arrested for criminal damage to property, taken to the Grant County Jail. He later posted posted bond.
The trial is underway for a Milwaukee elections official charged with illegally requesting ballots. Kimberly Zapata is on trial for a felony count of misconduct in public office. She's the former deputy director of the Milwaukee Election Commission, accused of ordering 3 military absentee ballots under fake names and then sending them to a Republican lawmaker who embraced election conspiracy theories. Her attorney says she was a whistleblower, not a criminal. She faces 5 years in prison if convicted. Next tonight at 5, the Department of Workforce Development today announcing almost $4 million in grants. They're meant to pay for training programs for employees and workers in construction, healthcare, manufacturing, and transportation, assisting 22 employers and more than 2,000 workers. It will cover training costs for those who are unemployed and incumbent workers. Anyone who completes the training will gain opportunities for jobs, promotions, and higher wages. The program awarded more than $5 million in the last fiscal year.
Governor Tony Evers announcing today Medicaid recipients will gain access to the first over-the-counter birth control pill. Back in January, the governor assured the O pill would be available to the state's Medicaid program known as Badger Care Plus. Governor Evers' push to make the drug available is motivated by what he believes has been an attack on certain rights, saying, quote, as we see continued attacks on women's reproductive freedoms here in Wisconsin and across the country. Currently, Badger Care Plus covers oral contraceptions with a prescription.
Measles is making a comeback across the country.
With more than 50 cases already reported in 2024, local health leaders are strongly encouraging you to take preventative measures. Now, our Maddie Himes joins us with more. Maddie?
Eric, Susan, according to the CDC, we've already passed the number of total cases reported in 2023 just in the first few months of this year. Health experts say measles is highly contagious, especially among those unvaccinated, young children and infants, and those with compromised immune systems. The good news is that when it comes to Wisconsin, so far this year, there has not been a case reported. The Jefferson County it recommends for protecting yourself from measles. It says the most effective way to prevent the disease is getting vaccinated. Health experts also recommend staying informed of outbreaks in your area, practicing good hygiene, avoiding contact with sick people, and seeking medical attention early if you start to experience symptoms. Measles is making a comeback across the U.S. with more than 50 cases already reported. Leaders are encouraging you to take preventative measures.
All right, Maddie, thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. A new study shows more than 2/3 of young children in Chicago may be exposed to dangerous levels of lead in water. It found roughly 75% of residential city blocks in Chicago had lead-contaminated water, and approximately 129,000 children under the age of 6 live on these blocks. City blocks with predominantly Black or Hispanic populations were less likely to be tested for lead and more likely to have contaminated drinking water. The Environmental Protection Agency has proposed a requirement for replacing lead water pipes within 10 years, but because Chicago has more than 400,000 lead pipes, the city might need 40 years to make that change.
Well, just ahead, meteorologist Jacob Madison with the alert days and the forecast. We get spring off to a bit of a snowy start.
Plus, voting is underway in 5 states today. We'll have the latest from the campaign trail coming up next.
Best day in a month for the Dow, closing up 320 points. NASDAQ jumps 63. S&P 500 adds 29. We'll be right back.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3 to 1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics, on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC TV3. Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads, download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now. Campaign 2024 is heating up in battleground Wisconsin, and News 3 Now is bringing you complete team coverage throughout this crucial election year. From the candidates to the issues that matter to you, the voters. Campaign 2024 on News 3 Now, moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. New tonight at 5. Texas has scored a big, though temporary, victory on immigration. The Supreme Court clearing the way for state officials there to begin enforcing a controversial immigration law. That law is known as SB 4. It allows them to arrest and detain people they suspect of entering the state illegally. Critics point to racial profiling problems with the law in a state where 40% of the population is Latino. The Supreme Court's decision is not the same as a precedent-setting case. Rather, it wiped away a temporary stay Justice Samuel Alito issued on Monday.
A trade advisor to former President Donald Trump has turned himself in to a federal prison in Miami. Peter Navarro was sentenced in January to 4 months in prison for refusing to comply with a subpoena from the committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Yesterday, Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts rejected Navarro's bid to remain free while he appeals his conviction. Before self-surrendering, the former White House official addressed the media.
That's prison. That's where they take your freedom. But as hard as it will be on me, and as hard as it will be on anybody who is in there, it's harder on their families. And this is who those Democrats have hurt.
Navarro is the first former White House official to go to prison after being convicted of contempt of Congress.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump is expected to easily win his party's primaries in states today, including Florida, where the former president cast his own ballot. It comes as President Biden also is expected to sweep contests on his side, courting voters out west. Skylar Henry now with the latest from the White House.
Presumptive GOP presidential nominee Donald Trump cast his vote in the Florida primary.
We need patriots. We need strong people in our country. Our country's going downhill very fast.
5 states held contests Tuesday, further teeing up the expected Biden-Trump rematch in November. Voters say their candidate is the right pick for America.
I voted for Donald Trump. I believe he's the only one who's willing to stand up for the Constitution as it was written.
Joe Biden, I think he's the only candidate that offers us freedom, democracy, and freedom for everybody.
Trump is experiencing a serious cash crunch for both his legal battles and his re-election campaign, while Biden is spending considerable amounts of money to reach 2 key groups of voters.
For our abuelos.
Biden's campaign is out with new ads this month, speaking directly to Black and Latino voters about his economic record and other issues. The president is on a 3-state swing to win back support among Latino voters, which recent polls have shown is diminishing. He told volunteers in Reno, Nevada, they're critical to a second term.
I'm confident. I'm confident we get our message out to the American people. We're going to win again. But here's the deal. You're the ones that are going to do it.
Biden has stops planned in Arizona, then heads to Texas for more fundraising. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Let's head over to weather now. Happy spring, everybody. It's the first day of spring, but winter is not done yet. Right, Jacob?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, although today felt like spring, it's not going to feel like spring for the next week or so, as we are going to see colder temperatures for the rest of the week starting tomorrow, and we are expected to see some snow. The first round will come Thursday night into early Friday, and then we have another round coming Sunday and Monday. The second round, though, will produce both snowfall and rainfall. So we have an alert day for Thursday night and the first half of the day on Friday due to the likelihood of accumulating snow. Now, this will also likely impact the Friday morning commute, where we could see up to around 1 to 4 inches for Madison and higher amounts north of Madison. Also lesser amounts south, and some areas near the Illinois border may not even see much snow at all. So let me take you through the forecast. The snow won't enter our area until after sunset Thursday, so the entire day on Thursday is looking dry, but we are expected to see widespread snowfall throughout the night, especially past midnight into Friday morning. And for the first half of the day on Friday, snow is expected to continue, especially for areas in the central and northern portion of our area, before finally clearing out by the time we get to the evening hours Friday. And again, we could see a mixture of snow near the Illinois border, but for the most part, we'll see only snowfall from the system, and we'll actually see clear skies by the time we get to Saturday morning. So accumulation forecast, 3 to 6 inches for the northern portion of our area, 1 to 3 south. It is possible that Monroe and Janesville don't even see an inch of snow, and it also is possible that further north, places near Watoma and Camp Douglas see a little bit more than 6 inches. So pretty much it's very even east to west, a lot different north to south. So for those of you in Boscobel, Lone Rock, pretty similar to Madison's forecast. And for those of you in Platteville, pretty similar to Janesville's forecast. Now, as we look at the second alert day, this one is for a system Sunday and Monday. Now, the accumulation forecast for this system is still very unclear, as it's still several days out, and also because we're going to see not just snow from the system, we also are expected to see heavy rain at times. So here's a look at this system's forecast. Dry Saturday, but snow is expected to move into our area Sunday afternoon, and for the most part, Sunday during the day, we will see mostly snowfall. But as temperatures warm up, they actually are going to warm up as we head into the overnight hours Sunday. Some of the snow will transition into rain, and then we likely are going to see all rain by Monday morning. And it is possible that the rain continues throughout the day on Monday, especially for the southeastern portion of our area. And it's also possible that the rain transitions back into snow before the system is over. But it does look like if we see any accumulation, it will be on Sunday, as the system will clear out by Tuesday morning. Temperatures during this whole time will likely be below average, might get close to it on Mondays. We are expected to see some rain, and we'll start to see warmer temperatures towards the end of next week. But 30s tomorrow through Sunday, and the average high for this time of year is in the middle 40s. So looking at the full 7 to 10 day forecast, it'll be a pretty active week. We have 2 alert days, one overnight Thursday, not during the day on Thursday, but the first half of the day on Friday, and then Sunday and Monday as we head into the start of next week. Let's take a look at your first warned traffic. This is not your first warned traffic. That's our weather office. We're having some technical issues, clearly. But maybe I'll get to your first warned traffic before final weather. I apologize for that.
All right, no problem.
Behind the scenes look.
Yes, thank you, Jacob. A programming reminder for tomorrow. We will be carrying the Bucks and Boston Celtics game right here on WISC-TV. The Bucks game starts at 6:30 tomorrow night, so Survivor and The Amazing Race will be on Television Wisconsin at 3.2. Survivor begins at 7. Amazing Race starts at 8:30. Once the game is over, Amazing Race will come back on the air in progress and continue on TVW. If you can't access TW, you can watch CBS primetime programming the next day on CBS.com.
And the NCAA tournament actually starts tonight with the first 4 matchups, the play-in games. And if you haven't filled out a bracket yet, or you want to fill out another one, we do have an option for you, the News 3 Now Bracket Challenge. It's back. You can compete for a chance to win a $500 gift card. All entries must be submitted by noon Thursday. To find a link where you can fill out your bracket, just search for this story at channel3000.com.
Just ahead, how our perfumery is trying to reach our olfactory senses by bottling up The smells of Wisconsin. We'll have that story when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Paula's free in-home consultations make replacing or redesigning your windows and doors easy. We go beyond just measuring and handing you a quote. We take the time to listen and educate you on all your product options so you can be confident in choosing the look and functionality that's right for you. And with DesignWorks, you can see what your home will look like before you buy. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months when you order by March 31st. Set your free consultation at PaulaWI.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
From triggering memories to influencing moods, our sense of smell is a powerful tool. Whether it's a loved one's perfume or the fragrance of a favorite place, a scent can transport us.
And now Bottled Brilliance aims to capture the essence of America's Dairyland. Reporter Alex Corradetti brings us the smells of Wisconsin.
We made way for a scratch and sniff investigation, diving deep into the nostrils of our state. I stepped into the scent lab to put on my aromatic armor, suiting up to sniff out the right ingredient. It's a whirlwind of Wisconsin: cranberries, cheese curds, brats, Miller Lite, custard, and we tie it all together with a dash of a splash from Lake Michigan. Oh, there's sand in it! Let's mix this curd pleaser up. It was time to bottle our blended brilliance and start marketing the scent for all to savor.
Introducing Wisconsin. Smell the dairy state for yourself with a refreshing hint of Lake Michigan. Wisconsin. Smell the dairy air.
Will our perfume turn heads Let's find out by picking the noses of our newsroom.
What do you smell?
It smells like beer. Oh.
What do you smell?
What am I sniffing?
Is there cheese in this?
Is this actual, like, lake water?
Could be.
Oh, could be. What were you doing along the lake?
It smells like wet feet.
Looks like vomit.
Wisconsin, we're a fragrance.
Not this.
Clearly, our perfume stinks. So we headed on a sniffari to Madison, Wisconsin, where we met scent sorceress Christy Moe.
I am founder and creator of Zodiacal Perfumery.
Moe is the mind behind a line of celestial fragrances.
They are inspired by the zodiac, and you actually have an 80% chance of liking your own sign.
Scents inspired by the stars, and now a legendary concoction.
Oda, Wisconsin is how you found us. I haven't asked the question what it smells like. Usually I tell them like what the scent notes are, but we can definitely like experiment with that. I'd love to hear feedback.
We headed to the airport to get their 2 cents on this scent.
What does Wisconsin smell like?
That's a good question.
It smells like happiness.
Any thoughts? Like apple cider and like a little spice.
Beer, cheese, cheesy beer.
Some good, like, Midwest values.
Kind of musty, but floral.
That smells good. It smells like my grandma. Apple.
It smells like the mall.
It's very creative. With no nostril unturned, we've learned Wisconsin can smell like beer, brats, or brandy. But one thing is for sure, there is no place like home. That's for sure. Well done. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Waunakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
Get an 11% rebate on your bathroom update now at Menards. Check out our great selection of Lions tubs and showers that will match your style and budget while refreshing your bathroom. This linear shower is $649.99 after rebate. Transform your space effortlessly with Shaw Citadel vinyl plank flooring. It's waterproof, stylish, and is easy to install. Get it today for just $229 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Have Medicare and Medicaid? iCare's dual eligible special needs plans offer an $1,800 annual allowance for eligible groceries and more. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC-TV 3.
A snowplow rally made its way around the Capitol Square, aiming to raise awareness about a bill that's trying to reduce the amount of salt used in winter storms.
And coming up at 6, the latest on day 1 of the Mark Wagner trial. All of the details on the opening statements. That's tonight at 6.
Finally tonight, it was 1988. A very big man and a very small man starred as brothers in a hit comedy called Twins. More than 35 years later, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are teaming up once again for a new movie.
The news comes after DeVito and Schwarzenegger appeared together at the Oscars for a bit, on both playing Batman villains. They followed up the success of Twins with another comedy, 1994's Junior. Schwarzenegger went on to become California's governor before returning to show business. DeVito continues to work on other projects, like his role on Always Sunny in Philadelphia and the recent animated film, Migration.
Jacob's back as we take a final check of the forecast and the traffic.
Yeah, we got the traffic graphic working. As we look across our area, mostly green, but there are, looks like there's a few accidents on the eastbound Beltline towards the interstate, but not causing too much of a backup. Speeds are a little slow, but only for a brief stretch. Beyond that, the interstate is green in both directions, and looking at specific times, even the eastbound and westbound Beltlines are both green at this hour, and also Sun Prairie to downtown. So let's take one final look at the forecast. We do have a pretty active week, very winter-like week, especially considering it's the first week of spring. Now, the alert day will be for Thursday night and early Friday, and then again Sunday and Monday. The Thursday-Friday system will produce mostly snow, around 3 to 6 inches for areas north of Madison, 1 to 3 south. Sunday, Monday, accumulation still a bit unclear, but we'll see snow and rain from that system.
All right, Jacob, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.